back where we started, here's the beautiful 7S model. One of my best friends is the 7S model. I hate to say it. I love the 7S model because it always comes back to show the path to success. Now, this company right here had built about a $40 million plant to do this green board. Now let me tell you what the green, I'm using a different name than what it is, but for simplicity we call it green board. And green board was going to place plywood. Now guess what green board was made out of? Green board was made out of recycled carpet. I mean, it was a very sophisticated process, lots of patents, and you bring all this recycled carpet with a lot of chemicals from, what is it, BF, is that the chemical company? BSF. With a lot of chemicals from BSF, a little bit more than we would want to know, but a good bit of carpet. So what a great idea, taking this carpet and recycling it to replace plywood. Good news, this board, you could wash it down. You know, and there became a big need for this after Hurricane Katrina. I mean, we hit the market perfectly because this could be a replacement for all the materials done in Hurricane Katrina. And you guys called, and I say you guys, the government called and said, we're interested in this product. Oh wow, you know, here we are, here's our big order. You can nail in it, you know, like, I should say it was going to replace also wallpaper. What do you call the wall? Not wallpaper, the dry rock, sheetrock. And it's going to place sheetrock, which you could wash it down and you could put a nail in, which you can't do either in sheetrock, right? So this was going to totally replace either plywood or sheetrock. And you should, I mean, it looked good, it felt good, it felt sturdy. We did a model home with it, we built a model home with it, everything's going good. In this company, they were spending a lot of money, and in fact, the guy who owns, who used to own Waste Management and the Miami Dolphins was involved in this heavily. Yeah, that was his name. And again, just a lot of interest but no sales. The worst kind. Interest costs money. When people are interested, you got to go out and demo it, you got to show it, you got to build a model home. But they called me and they just said, you know, we just can't close the business. Something's wrong. And so went in and looked at it, and this is a report I came up with after I saw it. So my question is, how do we sell this stuff? What's a good, we're going to build a company here. How do we build a company on this? The shared values. What could be the person leading this company to build the right shared values in this? Because you can tell this is also, what, a big green element. Recycling, doing good for the environment. So that's got to be part of the shared values here. It's just, you know, it's good for business and it's good for the environment. The person leading the company at the time didn't really have that as a high priority. It was a money decision. You know, it was we're going to dominate a market, sell a lot of product, make a lot of money. Now, also, what is our mission? What would be a good mission at Greenboard? I'm almost saying the name of the company. If I slip up, I'm sorry. What would be a good mission at Greenboard? Because when I got there, they had built the plants, they had found the recycled materials, they bought the chemicals, but they hadn't done anything with the 7S on the shared values. What would be a good mission of it? How would y'all position this company? And here's the final exam question. This is the final exam question. How do we get the consumer to walk in to a home builder or a retailer like Home Depot and do like they do with Stainmaster? Stainmaster carpet, one of the greatest stories in business. You know, they didn't want to, the builders didn't want to put that carpet in the home. Why? It costs more. Why did they start putting it in the homes? Consumers come in and go, Hey, you know what? I want that Stainmaster, by the way. You can pick out the roof, you can pick out that, but I want Stainmaster. So what we got to do here is get the consumer involved, and they're asking for this as the Stainmaster. So how could we do that? And at the same time, we got to pay some bills. How can we sell some stuff? So one of the things, it was literally 10 times more. Now here's the trick. It was 10 times more than sheetrock. It was 10 times more than sheetrock. But, you know, a hurricane, whatever it is going to save your house. It never wore out. Oh, by the way, no termites. Termites couldn't eat through it. Easy to wash, easy to clean, safe. I didn't tell you it was fire resistant. Oh, I see some of the head shaking now. Okay, fire resistance. Is it worth my family to put this in the home? And if you're building a home, if it's 10 more times, that's the difference between, let's say, $4,000 and $40,000. You actually could get it down a little bit different. But $36,000 more in homes above $500,000 is not that much more money, is it? Another $1 a day to have a totally fire-resistant home. No termites. So, but there's got to be a company built here. So how do we do that? One of the ways we figured out was, let's go sell it to people where sheetrock or plywood is used, high-end products, and this is a little bit of the cost, like RVs. What is the first thing, not the first thing, what is the most important thing that fails you in an RV? The floor starts rotting out. How about a boat? Floor starts rotting out. So we went and found boat makers like Regal, and they bought this stuff like crazy. I mean, we started selling some products started going out the door because we went deeper into the market and saying, not just everybody who does this, but let's find a niche where it does. The second thing this company did, you know what? The leader who finally became the leader of this company, guess where he worked? Guess where they came from? Habitat for Humanity. You know what? Going down in Katrina and replacing homes, this has to be the mission of this. You've got to have evangelists out there to convince people to put more money into their home and to buy this thing. You've got to have people that are evangelizing this product. And evangelist comes from